Hey guys, so today's video is something that was highly requested for quite some time now. I've been putting it off because I didn't really know how to really put it together, but you know what? I was like, screw it, I'm done procrastinating. I'm just gonna projectile word vomit right now and then I'll edit it later. Hopefully it'll work out. So let's get started. This video is going to be about my fitness journey, so it is going to be somewhat long, but it is going to be informative. I hope it's going to be helpful. I super hope. So you know what? Buckle in, strap down, batten down the hatches. Is that what that's called? Whatever, you get the point. Prepare yourself. Let's start from the very beginning when I was bullied in middle school. Now this is going to come in handy later, so you find out why I had these initial self-esteem problems to begin with. It all started in middle school. I still to this day believe that middle schoolers are the worst people like alive. They're evil. They're little balls of straight up rage and angst and just mean and... Okay, so in middle school I was extremely skinny. This wasn't my own doing, this was just how I was supposed to look at that time, I guess, because even though I ate like a monster, I was still extremely skinny. And when I say skinny, I don't mean like skinny, like, oh my gosh, she's so thin. It's more like people were like thinking that I was like anorexic. Like my legs were very thin, very thin. The fact that they were bow-legged didn't really help. The fact that I didn't carry any fat there didn't really help. So middle school wasn't the best time for me. I got bullied a lot for that. In pictures, I would try to stick out my stomach so it looked like I wasn't as skinny as I was. And then on my MySpace pictures, I would literally be like, oh my God, why am I sucking in this picture? I wasn't sucking in. I was actually pushing out and I didn't want to be made fun. I also developed very late, very late. Some people don't have a problem with this. I did because on top of already seeing all my peers developing, while they were developing, yeah, I looked like a 10-year-old athletic boy. So that didn't really help my self-esteem there either. Being made fun of that didn't really help my self-esteem either. You know, the fact that everybody was wearing Victoria's Secret bras, the fact that I went to Victoria's Secret and my boobs were too small for a bra, that didn't help either. Fast forward to high school. Now for high school, I moved a whole 2 hours away from my middle school. And even though that might seem good because, you know, I was bullied, it wasn't that good because I had to make new friends. And guess who's an introvert? So I was an introvert. I like to actually consider myself an extroverted introvert. So, you know, it kind of varies. But, you know, it was awful. Moving 2 hours away, attending a new high school, still not really knowing who I am, why I look the way I do, like really just hating the way I look, and not really knowing who I am, not really knowing how to act in front of new people. It was awful. But one thing I did know is that I didn't want to be skinny anymore. So I tried to fight it as much as I could, and I ate and ate and ate and ate and ate. I didn't really care what I ate, you know, who really does in high school? But I was eating whatever I wanted, trying to gain weight. I was really self-conscious. I really had no confidence. Oh, I just want to give myself a hug back then, man. Ooh, the emotions are flowing, man. I'm kidding. So being in that mindset, I constantly found myself comparing myself to others. Oh my God, I need to chill. Okay. Why I didn't look like them. Why I didn't fit into clothes the way they did. Why I didn't do this. Why I wasn't that. But even when I did develop, it was not in the places that I wanted to. I remember the first time I noticed my butt grew. That's where I keep most of my fat, and so that's where most of my fat started storing. And having super thin legs, having this like all fat butt body, like literally a stick, lower stomach area, butt area, thin legs, thin arms. And that's not what I wanted to look like because nobody else around me looked like this. So I started running on the treadmill. I started doing everything possible to lose weight. This is when I just started dating my boyfriend, Michael, and this was about, was that sophomore? No, it was junior year. Junior year, we started dating, and he was into fitness. He was working out, even though like he didn't really know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? It was just like all abs, all, you know what I'm saying? Like the typical high school definition of fit. So he was working out. I saw that he was working out. I still didn't want to touch weights because I believe that you would look like a guy. Took him working out, and that kind of motivated me to go to the gym. He has never pushed me once to go to the gym, but that motivated me to go to the gym. And this was junior year. I remember I would go to the gym. I didn't know what I was doing. I did not know a thing I was doing. I would not eat after the gym. I wouldn't eat in general because I thought that like working out on an empty stomach and then afterwards not eating anything like somehow helped you. Wrong. Wrong. And I did that for quite some time. It was on and off, on and off. I would take like maybe a month in between these little health fitness splurges, which it's not health or fitness, by the way, but I went through these periods. And the reason why I went through these periods is because I was not happy with what I was doing. I hated what I was doing. So the fact that I hated what I was doing and I liked to eat, I didn't stay consistent with it, and thank God, because I don't think that would have led me down the right track, but I didn't stay consistent with it, and that happened until senior year when we graduated. Senior year after we graduated, I saw this model, Alexis Wren. I'm sure you guys know who she is, but I saw her and I saw that she has the perfect body, and I'm never one to fangirl. Never fangirl ever, except for that one time at a Justin Bieber concert when I was like 12. But you know what, can you blame me? Okay, anyways. She was literally doing what everybody kind of wants to do in their life. I don't care who you are. She was traveling and she looked good while doing it, and she documented that. Both of that. Both of looking good and both of traveling. And I remember seeing that and I just was like, wow. Honestly, that sparked a flame, sparked a fire, sparked a light, sparked a match, whatever you want to say. That sparked something in me. It wasn't really the right thing to spark, but it sparked something in me to the point where I was like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to travel. I want to look good while doing it, which means she was skinny. She still has an incredible waist. It's like so tiny. And I'm pretty sure that's in her genetics, but it's not in mine. So completely disregarding all of that, I strived to get as close to her body as possible. And I just tried losing weight. And now I know the proper ways to lose weight, the healthy ways to lose weight, ways to lose weight. That is good, okay? I know how to do that. But back then, I didn't. I was just like, you know what? Food makes you fat. So I'm just gonna cut down on the food. I'm gonna download MyFitnessPal. I'm gonna eat half of the suggested calories that it tells me to eat because I wanna lose the weight faster. And I'd be like, wow, like I'm striving towards my goals. I remember even filing for modeling agencies. I don't even know who I thought I was. I was like trying so hard to be somebody that I'm not. I was so unhappy with my body. I was so constantly not angry. I was always in a bad mood. I wasn't myself. I was like almost 100 pounds at one point. I'm such a dweeb. About 5'5", 5'6". I bought a waist trainer. I used it every single night. I barely slept because I made it so tight. It was so uncomfortable, but in my head I was working towards this goal and I was very passionate about it and I really wanted to reach it. I drink detox teas. If you guys are already subscribed and have seen my previous videos, you guys know all about that junk, but I was waking up 6 a.m. because I needed to go to the bathroom from the detox teas because they're just laxative in a cup basically. It would kind of hurt to breathe almost because I feel like my organs were, and that's exactly what happens when you wear a waist trainer, especially the one that I got. It was like a serious one. And yeah, that was basically what my life was like for about 3 months. Maybe even longer, I'm not really sure. And then after being rejected by every single modeling company ever, and that is extremely embarrassing for me to say, but after being rejected by literally everyone, I gave up on that dream and I gained weight. Because not only did I rebound, but I was also kind of let down in myself and in what I was working for. It didn't work out, and all that pain for nothing, right? So I was extremely, I don't want to say depressed, because I've never been diagnosed with depression, and I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just dismiss that, you know what I'm saying, as depression. I was just very, very sad and disappointed. I gained weight. I believe I gained maybe, I was 115. So I gained 15 pounds of fat, pure fat. And because I still wasn't working out, I still didn't really get the concept of working out. I had looked at fitness models and kind of just assumed that they got that way through cardio or through some other type of witchcraft. I'm not really sure. And then I went to the gym with my boyfriend Michael and actually listened to what he had to say. So this whole entire time of us dating, he was telling me to stop. He was telling me that I don't need to starve myself to be skinny or thin. I don't need to be thin to feel good about myself. So when I was like 19, I went to the gym for the first time, actually listening to what Michael had to say. And my very first time at the gym, I know you guys are going to expect me to say that I loved it, that it was a great eye-opening experience. It wasn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I went home and I woke up the next day and I didn't see results. I hated it. I was hoping for something extraordinary to happen the next day, that I was going to wake up, that I was going to see what I wanted to see for so long. It didn't happen. So I wasn't really all into the whole gym thing at first because I didn't see results. Screw it, I'm just gonna go here and there. I'm not gonna take it seriously. Whatever. I literally just gave up on everything. Over the course of the next 8 months or so, we went on trips, we went on family vacation, we went to all of these places. And all of that time, I was still in that habit of not starving myself, but not eating food, if that makes any sense. I would literally restrict myself, and it wasn't restrictive dieting. There was no diet aspect. It wasn't me, it wasn't smart. There was no diet aspect of it. It was just food equals fat. Food is bad. And your cravings are bad. That was my life for the next 8 months. I didn't enjoy any trips. Everybody would eat. Everybody would have a good time. And I would worry about how much I'm eating, worry about if I even should be eating or if I should just skip this meal. Worrying about, and the third thing that I was really worried about, which doesn't make sense, but it's a real feeling, was I wanted to go to the gym. I really did, because I saw everybody else getting these great results. I wanted to go to the gym, and I just kept on skipping out on it. So the fact that I was skipping out on it gave me this pressure that, if you didn't skip out on it all this time, you would look a different way. Or it's already too late since, you skipped out all these other times. And that was just adding another pressure, something that I almost constantly thought about, which is so stupid. I just want to slap myself in the face back then. So I just didn't really enjoy life up until 3 months before turning 20. I didn't enjoy life. And say what you want, but food, it is literally, I don't know how to explain it. Food brings people together. Food makes you experience culture. Food makes you happy. Food can make you feel all of these different emotions. And when you shut that out, you're not going to be happy. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way. And honestly, this sounds like a load of rainbow BS that you probably would hear off of Ratatouille, to be completely honest. But it's the truth, and it's how I feel. And that is why for those 8, 9, 10 months, I wasn't enjoying myself. I wasn't enjoying the experience. I just wasn't there for all of it. But that all took a turn when my eyes, I don't know what happened, but one day I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this girl this model, right, that I really aspired to be like. And she was promoting a waist trainer and a detox tea at the same time. And after trying all of that and going through hell and back and just really hating myself throughout the whole entire process, I saw that post. It was almost like a slap in my face, because I was like, how dare you? Like knowing that this stuff doesn't work, and just knowing, like, I knew what I was doing was not, like, right, you know? But I wasn't really confident in myself. So I kept on doing it, you know, hoping that, like, maybe it'd work. And seeing somebody that I aspire to be like, that really, like, is really influencing, you know, to somebody who's really weak, you know, emotionally and, you know, whatever, mentally. That just opened my eyes. I was like, this is all a bunch of BS. I don't even know why that opened my eyes, but that was just a bunch of BS. And this was around the time when I just started making my YouTube videos. And I tried to stay consistent with it. And even though nobody was watching, I only had like 50 views and like one comment, and it was like a spam comment. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I'm going to start to post my fitness journey on YouTube. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start eating. I'm going to start listening to my boyfriend, because he is very knowledgeable on the subject. And I started listening to him. I started holding myself accountable, posting it on the internet for everyone to see. So that was like, you know what? Well, you started it, you can't stop now. I started posting my fitness journey on YouTube, of me working out, of me eating right, of me eating a lot, like the amount I'm supposed to eat. And since the very beginning of being 100 pounds to now, I have almost gained 35 pounds. And that's not, and it's not of strictly muscle, and it's not of strictly fat either. It's like of fat and muscle. And this is a great example of why the scale, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I have never been happier with my mindset. I've never been healthier with my mindset, with my body, with the way I feed it and the way I treat it than I am now. And I've never weighed more than I do now. The scale means absolutely nothing. Because looking back to, I'm so sorry for crying, guys. I'm such a dweeb. Like, just ignore it, okay? I'm so sorry. But I really just want to just get this stuff out, okay? So, because looking back, when I weighed 100 pounds, that is the lightest I have been. It's also the unhealthiest. Not only because of the outside, like what you see on the outside. I was underweight. I'm sure I was very unhealthy for the BMI calculator, whatever. But it was also my mindset. The fact that I didn't even love myself. The fact that I literally tried to be something that I'm not. And I was striving for it all the wrong ways. And I was doing everything that I was supposed to avoid. Now I weigh 135. At least that's when the last time I checked. I don't pay attention to the scale anymore. Even if I did pay attention to the scale, my mindset is in a totally different place. The number I see on the scale does not bother me at all anymore. But yeah, I've been touching weights for about 11 months now, and I still don't have a penis, so we're good on that. Lifting weights didn't turn me into a man. Eating like I'm supposed to didn't make me hate my body even more. I didn't die. I rely on myself for my happiness. I don't feel guilty about nourishing my body, feeding my cravings, sometimes giving into my cravings. I'm not a die-hard gym person either. I don't go to the gym 6 times a week, because if I don't, I feel guilty. Even though my mindset changed and I'm 110% happier, I did a complete 180, I still get bad body image days, and that's perfectly normal. Everybody's not always going to feel 100% every single day. And even though this doesn't really have anything to do with this fitness journey video, I just want to let you guys know that it's completely normal. But yeah, guys, that's my fitness journey. I went from being bullied, having a lot of self-doubt, and really hating myself, basically, to literally poisoning myself with detox teas and, you know, almost disfiguring my body with those stupid waist trainers, to gaining that weight back, borderline binge eating, really feeling like a failure. And now I have gained 35 pounds since the beginning. I don't care about the scale, and I eat whatever I please. I still do make sure that it's somewhat healthy though. I do like healthy foods in general, so I think that's kind of a plus. A lot of not only physical growth has happened, but a lot of mental growth, and I feel like that's the most important thing that we should talk about. But I feel like it's very important to just put mental gains first, because if you don't love yourself, if you don't have the right mentality, you are never going to reach your goal. You're never going to be proud of yourself and love yourself. Like if you just don't have the right mindset to begin with, you're just never going to get there. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm sure my workout videos, my at-home workout videos, my no machines videos, my glute isolation day videos will help you loads and loads. So make sure to check that out. I have a what I eat in a day video as well, and a lot of honest reviews on here. So make sure to check out my channel, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment down below. I will respond as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell so you don't miss another video of mine. And yeah, share this video if you think it'll help anybody. And that's all I have to say. See you guys in the next video.